Guys, I'm back, and to my one subscriber at the moment, I'm sorry it's taking me so long to make another video. Um, I don't know if you watched my other two videos, but it takes a lot to try to pick yourself up. Like, that mental health is very important, and that's kind of what I want to touch base on in this video. Because everybody goes through the same things genuinely. Um, Generally, I don't know why I said genuinely, but generally people usually go through the same things, different times, somewhat different stipulations, but we all have struggles. So I dealt with being depressed and feeling alone for a long time, like feeling so unclose to my family because I rather had been close to somebody I felt like went through the same things that I went through, but ultimately had the same end result as me, just wanting to be successful and prove everyone wrong and yourself at that, but just had a taste and a thrive for something better in life. But it comes down to where you have to really dissect some of those situations. Like, if it wasn't for this person, would you have known this person? And would you have been in this situation if you allowed yourself to be the leader that you were supposed to be instead of the follower that you were? It's hard that at 25 that I am realizing that I was a follower throughout most of my relationships and friendships. And I'm talking about my relationships within the friendships. Like, I just been a follower. I've been their sidekicks, especially my best friend. I've been her sidekick for years. And I just now realized that without us being friends, because I guess she felt as though the reason why I never came out my mouth sideways towards her was because I was scared, or because um, I I don't know. I guess because she felt like I was scared. But the problem is that I'm not scared. It's just I'm a down to earth. I'm a real ass person when it comes down to the people who I feel are close to me. I'm always gonna try my best to look out, and I'm always gonna try my best to help you, make you laugh, all that stuff. But I realized that I tried to be more of what people wanted me to be, and I've been doing that since I transferred to Sprague Elementary School. People wanted me to be that fighter because as soon as I got there, oh, that girl thinks that she's all that, and she thinks this, and she didn't thinks that. I didn't have the best clothes. I wore gauchos and flats and sweaters, and sometimes I cut up clothes to be cute. I even started doing that in elementary school. Not to say that my mom didn't buy me nice things, but I didn't have the clothes that I felt like everybody else did around me that made them look nice. So I tried to be more like those people so that I could be accepted. But it just made me, I guess, stand out or more different, and people didn't like that. They started to be like, oh, she thinks that she's all that and all this type of stuff. And I didn't even know what that means. Like, what does that mean that she's all that? I heard that so much from this Puerto Rican girl. I won't say her name. I'm not saying no names in the video. But I heard that so much from this Puerto Rican girl in elementary school, and she knows who she is if she ever runs across my videos because it was just dumb. What does that even mean? All that. You thought I was all that. Y'all think I'm all that. That's why y'all be so mad at me for being me, because y'all look at me and think, oh, she thinks that she's all that, and she thinks that she's this and all that stuff. No, you think that. Y'all look at me and envy me. Y'all look at me and want to be me because I'm comfortable within my own skin. I don't need a whole bunch of friends and stuff around me. I've always been content with one friend or being on my own. I'm not scared to go nowhere. I'm not scared to walk nowhere. I'm not scared to be in my own skin. And I'm not scared to be by myself and go through things by myself. I don't care what people say about me. Mad people make up stuff. Mad people twist things. And we already know that about life. But people still go along with the BS and try to take hand in somebody's demise and take hand in somebody's downfall. And I don't understand that. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I never seen a post on Facebook about somebody and then shared it trying to be on the bandwagon against them. Like, yeah, if I thought something was funny, like when that girl went up the stairs with the brick and got her head knocked off, that was funny because why did you go upstairs with a brick and then not use it? But at the end of the day, all that fighting stuff is out. Like, I'm not fighting nobody. I'm not dealing with none of that stuff. Like, cause I was just walking around all angry, walking around with a whole pocket knife, ready to use it on anybody and everybody because I'm tired of people feeling like they could just put their hands on me and do certain things to me after they already caused the situation to be worse. Like my former roommate. The girl I was living with when I first made my first video. Me and her not cool no more. The girl, I'm over here being trying to be cool with her, trying to be friends to her, trying to be friends with her friends, trying to give her more free time, letting my sister watch her daughter for her, um, me watching her daughter for her so that she can have more free time, because I guess sitting at home all day with your daughter collecting SSI is hard enough, but you're getting SSI, you're getting food stamps, and you're getting child support for from a dude that you don't even know if that's really her real dad or not, because you think it's somebody else. But that's a whole nother story. The fact is that those are the type of things that you have at your disposal, and you're just also depressed because you don't got nobody to watch your kids. So I step in because I have the family support to watch my daughter, or her dad is in her life. I'm trying to be that friend to you, and you couldn't even be enough of a friend to me after I already told you my concerns about you letting somebody that you talk so much junk about, saying that they had sex with your boyfriends and all that other type of stuff that you had so much to say about, come into your house and do things that made me feel uncomfortable, a house that we created together, and then you're gonna disrespect me enough to not let me pack my things and make me lose my daughter's social and all this type of stuff. I still haven't been able to get it back. Why? Because these offices and stuff are closed, and I work. Like, I'm not gonna keep on maneuvering my life around for somebody else and their decisions. You decided to pick up the bottle after, yes, I destroyed things in the house. Yes, because you're not going to keep things that I worked hard and I got my dad to provide us with, because we got an apartment together. Whether you did this deposit or whatever, don't try to say, oh, it's, oh, basically you're renting a room and now she's renting a room, because that wasn't the case. You said that this apartment was supposed to be ours, so that means that we both take part in the decisions, and that means that my input should have been important enough for that. If I say that I don't want somebody to be here, that they should be given a time limit to get out, because we built this together. But people out here, they don't have the same loyalty as you, and you got to know that stuff before you move in with them. And I didn't know her before I moved in with her. I only heard things after I moved in with her. But all I know is that she wasn't a good friend, and she doesn't know no loyalty, and the friends that she do have around her don't teach her and don't care for her to know and know right from wrong. So, like I was saying, I don't live with her no more. Me and her not cool. She ended up going to jail. Yes, I pressed charges and all those things, because at the end of the day, you could have took my life. You could have took me away from my daughter, and you could have took yourself away from your daughter. But people don't think like that, because they want that, oh, that big and bad reputation. I don't care about that stuff no more. I'm not saying I'm gonna let anybody do whatever they want to me, but me even interacting with the situation and all that type of stuff, I ended up getting arrested too and having to deal with that for a year. And I'm a CNA in 2 states, so imagine what that did for me financially and mentally, for the year that I had to keep going to court and fighting them on trying to do a program and all that type of stuff. Like, it was just ridiculous, and something that I'm not willing to keep putting myself in situations to be there anymore. So, yes, like, anyways, like I was saying, all these people that don't like me and decide to do horrible things to me, is because they end up being jealous, and that's just what it comes down to be. I don't understand it, and I don't know why, because I don't act like I'm better than anyone. I don't give off the impression I'm better than anyone, because I look at a lot of people and I lower myself under them, because, oh, they're pretty in this aspect, and they have this type of outfit, and they're able to do this for themselves, and I'm still trying to get myself on my feet. I always was comparing myself to other people, but I have stopped that, because I'm a leader. I am beautiful the way that I am. This is the way God created me. This is the way that He put me on this earth. And if somebody doesn't like it, they don't want to accept me, they don't want to be there for me, they don't want to be my friend, they don't want to be around me, that's fine. Stay away from me then. But I'm not going to get around people and change myself and change my personality every time anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. It's either you're going to accept me for who I am, or you don't need to be around me. But for everybody in my town, and it's not everybody, it's the small group of people talking so loud, so it makes it seem like it's a whole bunch of people, but it's a whole bunch of nobodies, a whole bunch of people who don't know me, that I don't even know. Maybe 5 or 6 of them see me in person. Maybe 5 or 6, maybe 3 out of those 5 or 6 people I actually interacted with just a little bit, and it's over dudes, stuff that happened years ago in high school and stuff like that. Of course, me and you probably went back and forth, and of course I got your number from my ex-boyfriend, and we went back and forth and we talked and all that type of stuff. Of course I might have done I might have done some weird, dumb stuff to get your attention because I was still messing with the dude that you were claiming to be your boyfriend, and he was trying to take care of your baby and all that type of stuff. I was freaking 14 years old, 14, 15 years old. That stuff happens. But don't try to sit up on social media and try to destroy my character and destroy me as a person just because you feel like you're lower than me. Because I don't do that to people. I don't try to destroy people because I feel like I'm lower than them. I might compare myself to them and I might try to step up to the occasion, but that's because I don't want to be lower than they are. But people accept that they are lower than me mentally and decide that they want to try to make me feel like them. And I'm not going to feel like that no more. I'm not going to care because I really just don't I really don't care. Like now I realize that I don't have any friends. That in life that it's hard to be friends and it's hard to carry out relationships because certain things could be so far gone. And with my best friend of 20 years, me and her are not ever going to be friends again because there's certain things you don't say. You don't say F me or F my daughter. You don't bring up my daughter in situations talking about some, go be productive with your daughter. Like, if we were friends all this time and you've been in my daughter's life since she was 1 and she's about to be 3, you've been in her life since she was in my belly and she's about to be 3, and you're saying all this stuff, that means that that's how you felt the whole entire time. And when I'm talking to you and telling you how I feel, it's not stuff that I felt all the entire time. I have never judged you. I've never cared about anything that you have done. I've always put you on a high pedestal, and people say that all the time. Like when you went on that post and started talking to about other people about me. Oh, I didn't even, I'm skipping stuff. Okay, so there was a big post about me because I decided to help an old friend because I peeped certain things from her boyfriend's Facebook. And because of that, okay, so I did that, and she um scribbles out my face barely and then sends him the screenshot when she could have just ultimately cropped the whole photo. But she sends him the screenshot. He notices that it's me. He posts his whole show on Facebook, and instead of people being like, oh dude, you're wrong, you just caught yourself out posting this and all this type of stuff, everybody comes down on me because, oh, it's Serena and this is Waterbury, so everybody wants to jump on a bandwagon. So people are up there talking junk about me. People are up there making up stuff like, oh, I think she tried to FaceTime me the other day, trying to further support the way that I could possibly be weird or a psycho and all this type of stuff. So, oh, some girl want to get on the post and be like, oh, I think she FaceTimed me the other day, and I don't even know how she got my number. How do you think somebody tried to FaceTime me? It was either I FaceTimed the wrong number, which never happened, and you picked up and you saw that it was me and we awkwardly hung up, or you're making stuff up, which you are. And it's like, that's so crazy how people could be so weird and psycho to freaking trying to prove that you're weird and psycho and go up there and make up lies like that. That was really crazy. I couldn't believe that. I'm like, girl, are you serious? I'm like, and this is a female, but always females. And she was ugly too. She was some ugly, weird, dark skinned girl with a weird wig. And her color has nothing to do with anything, but that she's a weird dark skin. She was an ugly looking dark skinned girl with dark lipstick and just ugly. And that's exactly why she said what she did. She did what she did, and she said what she said. We weren't even friends on Facebook, so how could I just find your number? When I went to her profile, me and her were never friends on Facebook. I've never had her ever as a friend. I didn't never even known her or anything about her, but she is so quick to try to hop on a bandwagon, not even knowing anything about me but my Facebook name, to try to take part in somebody's demise and be a bully like everybody else on that post. And then somebody who's supposed to be my friend for 20 years couldn't even accept a simple argument because I'm telling her how I feel about how she's treating me in my house. And I'm finally standing up for myself. But then I'm being picked at, called the P word. I'm not going to say it because I don't know who's going to watch this video. But all this stuff out of nowhere. So that means that you really felt like this the whole entire time that we was friends. And that means that you was never my friend. And when you told me that you never liked me, I believed that 100%. 100%. And I would never, ever, ever want you to be near me again. So no, I would never fight you. No, I would never do anything to harm you, and I want the best for you. I just want you to stay away from me. I want anybody and everybody who feels like they have never liked me to stay away from me. If you do not like me, you don't have to like me. Just stay away from me. You don't have to talk about me. You don't have to take part in trying to be a bully towards me. And anybody that ever felt like I bullied them, because like I said, I'm not perfect. I have said and done things that I am not proud of. I have lied about things. I have made up certain things. I have said things that I shouldn't have said. But that's stuff that I did when I was younger. That's stuff that I learned from. And everybody does stuff like that. But I'm happily enough to admit it because I learned from my mistakes, and I am a different person. But I just now recently learned that your friends are not your friends if they can't take a simple argument and they turn it into you not being friends anymore, and then come in and try to help bully you with other people. I'll never respect that. And you just made yourself look crazy because everybody was writing me saying, wasn't y'all just friends? And if y'all not friends, why would she even do that? You just made yourself look shady. And anybody else who decides to get close to you will not forget that, because everybody knows how me and my best friend was in this town of Waterbury. Waterbury is so small. That's why it feels like everybody's talking about me, but it's just a small group of people that don't like me that's talking really loud. And yeah, it reaches other people. And if other people decide they want to believe it instead of getting to know me, then that's perfectly fine. But I'm giving y'all a little taste of my personality in this video and all my other videos. I am not an evil person. I do not be out and about talking about everybody. I don't even be out and about in clubs, being in people's faces or doing anything like that. I really be at home. I be with my daughter. I be with her father. Like, I be by myself. I be home by myself with my daughter. So I don't understand why people are so worried about me and what I'm doing with my life and how it's affecting them, because I deleted so many people that I went to school with. I deleted so many people that that I knew or anything like that, because I didn't want to see their drama. I didn't want to be a part of their drama. I didn't want to laugh at anything. I didn't want to be a part of any of that stuff. I don't want to know about anything that's going on in their lives. I don't want to know about about their drama. I don't want to know about any of those things. And I used to have people on my Facebook that I just kept around just so that I could be in their business. And once I realized that that's what I was doing, I'm like, I'm taking part in the same energy that I don't want any parts of. So I deleted those people and I removed myself and I removed them. But still, some way, somehow, I'm still involved in certain things, and that's because I allowed my best friend to bring certain people into my life, and that's where the toxic, I'm just gonna say the toxic BS comes from. I keep thinking that this one person's like me, this one person has my back, this one person is for me, my best friend. But this one person constantly gets me around and in situations with people that I wouldn't have known if it wasn't for her. This one person I feel like is like me, and the black sheep like me, further helps me disconnect from my family, because I feel like they don't understand certain situations and she does, and she supports me disconnecting more from my family because she feels like I'm better off because I'm too good of a person. But this is the same too good of a person that you jumped on a post trying to help destroy.